Do you ever feel like you're not reaching your full potential? What if the very habits you rely on every day are the ones holding you back? In this video, we'll explore 8 insidious habits that weaken you. Lessons inspired by the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi. Habit 1. Poor sleep habits. People often forget how important sleep is to their general health, even though it is one of the most natural things we do. Bad sleep habits, like sleeping at odd times, not getting enough hours, or having restless nights, can have a big effect on our mental and physical health. During his lifetime, Musashi knew how important it was to keep things in balance and get ready. He thought that to be great, the mind and body had to work together, and that started with getting enough rest. Our immune systems get weaker when we don't get enough sleep on a regular basis. This makes us more likely to get sick. Our mental abilities get worse, which makes it harder to make decisions, concentrate, and be creative. All of these are things that Musashi taught people not to do. He talked about how important it is to have a clear head and a sharp mind, which you can't have without getting enough rest. So, bad sleep habits can also make you feel unstable emotionally. For some reason, we get cranky, worried, and stressed out. Being mentally strong is important in a world where problems are bound to happen. Musashi taught that a fighter should always stay calm, even when things go wrong. How well we sleep has a big impact on how stable our emotions are. To fight this habit that makes us weaker, we need to make sleep a priority. Setting a regular sleep routine, making your room quiet and restful, and doing relaxing activities before bed can help you sleep better. Meditation and quiet thought are good ways to calm the mind and get the body ready for rest, so it's likely that Musashi would recommend them. Making sure we get enough rest is important for keeping our minds and bodies sharp so we can handle the challenges of life. Habit 2. Sedentary lifestyle. The body needs to be used all the time and kept sharp, just like a blade. If it isn't, it will dull and stop working. Musashi was a great fencer who knew that being strong and quick were just as important as being smart. Individuals who don't move around much or at all for long periods of time tend to lose their natural strength and energy. A lot of us spend hours at a time sitting at our desks, on chairs, or in front of screens these days. This lack of exercise makes our muscles weaker and our heart health worse. It can also cause a wide range of health problems, including diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Musashi thought that treating your body badly was wrong, so he would see this as not taking care of yourself. A life of inactivity also dulls the spirit. Our energy levels drop when we don't do anything, and we lose the drive to reach our goals. Musashi thought it was important to live an active, disciplined life so that the body was always being tried and made stronger. He trained in many sports, such as swordsmanship and horseback riding, because he knew that a strong body is necessary for a strong mind. If you want to break free from a sedentary lifestyle, you have to commit to regular physical exercise. This doesn't have to mean long, hard workouts. It can just mean finding ways to move around during the day. The important thing is to keep the body moving, whether that means going for a walk every day, playing a sport, or doing a physical hobby. For example, martial arts or yoga, which work on both the body and the mind, are likely to be things that Musashi would support. Moving around and doing physical activities not only makes our bodies stronger, but it also wakes up our thoughts and spirits. We become stronger, more energized, and better able to deal with life's problems with the same strength and drive that Musashi showed. Habit 3. Poor diet. What we put into our bodies is very important to our general health and strength. Many health problems can happen over time because of a bad diet full of prepared foods, too much sugar, and fats that are bad for you. Musashi, who believed in discipline and balance in everything, would think it was very bad to not take care of your diet. Not getting enough of certain nutrients in your food can make you tired, hurt your brain, and weaken your defense system. Musashi knew that the body needed to be well fed in order to do its best, whether in fight or in everyday life. People knew him for living an ascetic life, eating only simple, healthy foods that gave him the energy and focus he needed for his intense training and deep meditation. Bad eating habits can also affect how we feel and think. Mood swings, anxiety, and sadness can happen if you eat too much sugar and processed foods. Musashi taught that having a clear mind was important, so things that make the mind cloudy and the spirit weak would probably be something he would tell people not to eat. Adopting a healthy, well-balanced diet is important to break this bad habit. Choose whole foods that are high in minerals, vitamins, and other important nutrients. Musashi probably would tell us to eat slowly and mindfully, stressing how important it is to know what we eat and how it makes our bodies and minds feel. Developing good eating habits every day not only makes our bodies stronger, but it also makes our minds clearer and our emotions more stable. It makes us stronger, more focused, and better able to reach our goals. The disciplined warrior, according to Musashi's lessons, is aware of everything in their life, even the food they eat. Habit 4. Dehydration. People often don't realize how important water is to their health and well-being. Water is the essence of life. When we're dehydrated, even in small amounts, it can really weaken our bodies and minds. Musashi, who lived in peace with nature and knew how important balance was, would probably stress how important it is to stay hydrated in order to stay strong. Dehydration can cause a lot of health problems, like headaches, tiredness, and problems with how well you can do active activities. The body can't work at its best when it doesn't have enough water. This would be a big problem for Musashi, who thought that everyone should be at their best in everything they did. He thought that the mind and body should be in perfect order, and that staying hydrated is a big part of that. In addition to hurting our bodies, being dehydrated can also make it hard to think clearly and concentrate. Our brains work less quickly when we're thirsty, which makes it hard to focus and think straight. Musashi stressed how important it was to have a clear mind, so dehydration would probably be seen as something that people do to themselves that stops them from reaching their full potential. To fight this habit that makes you weaker, it's important to put staying hydrated first. Make sure you drink enough water throughout the day, especially when you're working out or when it's hot outside. Musashi probably would tell people to be aware in every part of their lives, even when they are drinking water. To keep your balance and strength, you need to pay attention to what your body needs and do what it says. We can make sure that our bodies and minds work at their best by drinking enough water. We get stronger, more focused, and better able to deal with the problems that life brings us. Musashi taught that a disciplined warrior takes care of every part of themselves, even the easy but important task of drinking enough water. Habit 5. Avoiding challenges. If you habitually avoid difficulties, you may become weak and stuck over time. As a samurai, Musashi had to deal with a lot of problems. He knew that fighting and getting past problems is what makes you stronger. He thought that problems were good for warriors because they helped them learn, grow, and get stronger. When we avoid problems, we miss the chance to see how far we can go and how far we can push ourselves. We can't reach our full potential because of this, and our lives are empty. If you avoid challenges, you avoid the things that make you better. Musashi would probably see this as a sign of weakness. Problems, whether they are mental, physical, or emotional, are chances to learn and grow. Musashi thought that we can get the skills, resilience, and strength we need to achieve in life by facing problems head-on. He talked a lot about how important it is to be disciplined and persistent, which are traits that you develop by facing and overcoming obstacles. It's important to change the way you think if you want to stop avoiding difficulties. Do not be afraid of obstacles. Instead, see them as chances to grow. Musashi probably would tell people to think like warriors do, where problems are seen as fights to be won. If you take on difficulties with determination and a desire to learn, they will become less scary and more rewarding. We can get stronger and more resilient to reach our goals and live a full life by taking on obstacles. We get stronger, more sure of ourselves, and better ready for anything life throws at us. If you follow Musashi's lessons, the way to strength and greatness is through challenges. It is by facing them that we become truly strong. Habit 6. Negative self-talk. Talking badly to ourselves all the time is a habit that can make us feel less confident and less determined. For Musashi, who thought the mind had power, talking badly to yourself is probably a way to hurt yourself. He knew that the way we talk to ourselves has a big effect on what we think, what we do, and how successful we are in the end. Negative self-talk makes us feel worse about our own shortcomings and increases our doubts about ourselves. This makes us feel less sure of ourselves, which makes it hard to face obstacles or work toward our goals. Musashi probably would tell them not to do that because he thought a fighter should always be sure of their skills. Talking badly to ourselves can also hurt our mental and emotional health. This can make you feel anxious, sad, and like there is no way out. Since Musashi cared about keeping your mind clear and your emotions stable, he probably would tell you not to let bad thoughts take root in your mind. It's important to develop a positive and empowering inner conversation if you want to stop talking badly to yourself. Musashi probably would tell you to be more self-aware and mindful, to pay attention to the thoughts that come into your mind and replace negative ones with positive statements. We can build the confidence and toughness we need to achieve in life by being kind and encouraging to ourselves. We can make our minds and souls stronger by stopping negative self-talk. This will make us more resilient and able to reach our goals. We feel more sure of ourselves, more focused, and more ready to face the difficulties of life. Musashi taught that the mind is a strong tool that can use positive and empowering thoughts to help us reach greatness. Habit 7. Procrastination. Putting off chores or decisions is called procrastination. It's a bad habit that can make us less determined and slow us down. Musashi liked to be disciplined and get things done, so putting things off would probably be seen as a big flaw by him. His knowledge made him realize that time is valuable and that putting things off is a sign of weakness. Putting things off causes us stress and anxiety that isn't necessary because we have to deal with a lot of work and tight schedules. This hurts our mental and emotional health, which makes it hard to concentrate and do our best work. Musashi most likely would have told them not to do that because he thought a fighter should be disciplined and act without thinking. Putting things off also keeps us from reaching our goals. We miss out on chances and fall behind on our goals when we put things off. Since Musashi became famous by being disciplined and persistent, he probably would tell people not to let delay take over. To stop putting things off, you need to think about how you can do them right away. Musashi probably would tell people to make goals that are clear and keep working toward them. We can resist the urge to put things off and keep moving toward our goals if we stay focused and follow through. We can be more determined and get more done in life if we stop putting things off. We get more done, concentrate better, and are able to reach our full ability. After learning from Musashi, a disciplined warrior is someone who acts right away, seizing chances and moving forward with a plan. Habit 8. Avoiding social connections. People are naturally social, and avoiding social ties can make you feel weak, lonely, and alone. Musashi believed that society and relationships were very important, so this habit would probably be bad for your health. When we avoid making friends, we miss out on the support, guidance, and company that other people can offer. This can make us feel lonely and depressed, which is bad for our mental and emotional health. Musashi knew that a fighter is not on their own journey, and that the strength of the group is important for each person's success. Staying away from social relationships also limits our chances to learn and grow. Musashi believed that people should share their information and experiences and learn from each other. We miss out on the chance to learn from others and see things from different points of view when we keep to ourselves. If you want to break the habit of avoiding social interactions, you should try to make friends. Musashi probably would tell people to look for deep connections with other people and interact with them in a helpful and positive way. Building and keeping strong social ties is important. You can do this by spending time with family and friends, joining a community or group, or just reaching out to someone. We can improve our mental and emotional health by making friends and family. This will make us stronger and better able to handle life's difficulties. We get stronger, more linked, and better equipped to reach our goals. Musashi taught that the way to be strong and successful is to share it with others. It is through these relationships that we can really do well. The lessons that Miyamoto Musashi taught us are timeless and can help us live a strong, disciplined, and meaningful life. We can build the strength, clarity, and determination we need to do great things in our lives by learning and breaking these 8 habits that make us weak. Musashi's ideas tell us that strength isn't just physical, but also mental and emotional. We can live stronger and more fulfilling lives by developing good habits and avoiding bad ones.